AI.
In a world of Willy Wonka. I want to talk about Willy Wonka.
Go on.
If I
Tell
get
me
any
more.
opportunity to talk about Willy Wonka, I fucking love Willy Wonka. It was my favourite film growing up. I will raise hands to any man or woman who says that Gene Wilder isn't the best Willy Wonka ever. Ever.
I mean, it's
Johnny Depp?
worth fighting over that.
No.
Yeah.
What's the other? Timothy Chalamet, no. So.
I haven't seen the latest one.
Some other weirdo, I don't know who did it before. Child catcher, different thing. So, Willy Wonka. Brilliant. This is a great story. So, bad AI, Willy Wonka. So, if you don't know, there's a great story. There was an event ran in Glasgow, sunny Glasgow, for a Willy Wonka event. Great. It wasn't the best ran event and ended up looking something like an abandoned caravan park with a warehouse from Detroit in 1987, right? It just looked brutal. There was 3 balloons, a couple of lollipops, and a jelly baby for each child. No Willy Wonka stuff. Okay, so that's kind of funny. But the AI bit here is what was produced for the event. All the material that's produced for the event was AI generated. Now, we know AI pretty well. We would spot it straight away. But it looks fantastic. This would be something, if you weren't used to, you go, I'm going there. This looks brilliant. So the use of AI in that case was great. The reality was slightly different. So that was kind of funny. The other parts that were also quite amusing were that the person had obviously gone into ChatGPT, not followed our process we talked about before, about thoughtfulness, process, how it works, and so forth. Banged out a prompt, which I could only imagine was something like, do something like Willy Wonka so I don't get sued, and then proceeded to create a script, which you could only describe as gobbledygook, said by the actors. There was a new character called the Unknown. Now, I don't get nightmares, but having seen the Unknown appearing from behind a mirror, and we'll show that too, I'm sure, the scariest thing I've seen probably since your shirt in the last episode. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So I think that there's a market there for rubbish events created by AI that look amazing. It's niche, but I'm willing to set one up.
Yeah. So I think back to is AI killing creativity? We can say no, not yet.
It's not killing creativity. How you execute on the creativity is another question.
Yeah.
But the creativity itself, I think, is interesting nonetheless. But it gives people, it lowers the bar to make things look good.
Yeah.
So
I remember you showed me the pictures, and I thought that the promotion looked almost Barbie-esque, colours and warmth and everything else. And then the shot of the event looked like a meth lab from Breaking Bad.
It's a great story, isn't it?
What?
Brilliant.
What? So, yeah. Careful on your events if they're being promoted by AI, by the way.
Correct.
Okay. Another bit of bad AI, I guess, is wireframing. We do quite a bit of wireframing, obviously, in projects and everything else. There are wireframe GPTs. I decided to have a look across this, right, and see could AI wireframe effectively? Because, there's enough of these videos of, look, you can build a whole app with just 3 lines of AI code. Watch this in 3 minutes. And, of course, it just builds some silly little form that doesn't do anything. We're not quite there yet. I believe we will get to being able to build stuff, by the way, but we're not there yet. Wireframing doesn't work so well. I'm going to show you a picture of this simple wireframe I drew out, asking ChatGPT to replicate, and this is what it gave me. This minefield of I don't know what. I mean, it can't. So the AI stuff, number one, can't do wireframing. It can't do infographics.
No.
It's not quite there yet. So if you are in that area, you want to do something, you can ask it to write a creative brief for you to give to a creative who will build you the infographic or a UX designer for the wireframe. Brilliant at that. Give it a bit of direction. Brilliant at writing a creative brief or a brief for something that you can amend and everything else. Not quite there with end product wireframing yet.
Yeah. Text on image, difficult to do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we saw about ideogram maybe 6 months ago, was quite good and still okay. GPT's gotten better, obviously. But going back to that Trump example we mentioned previously, one of the telltales of anything in the deep fake area for the elections and the upcoming stuff is often when there's text on a T-shirt or a person's hat or something, because it's always gobbledygook.
Yeah.
Can't do it yet because it's too difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult to replicate.
Yeah.
So something to keep an eye on. That and hands, obviously, as we mentioned.